Welcome back. Well, with us today from Republic Companies, we have John Gunnison and Valentino Berardi. I know you've seen them on our show a few times before. Good to see you, gentlemen, once again.
Good morning, yeah.
Good to see you. And you're going to talk about renovating. You're the renovators.
We're the renovators. Val and I have become the renovators.
And one of the biggest advantage, and we've talked about this before, is dealing with one person. And that one person, when you're renovating something, I know about it, it can be quite a harried experience. You deal with one person, and with them, they're the ones who are going to make sure that the subs are there on time, and the painters, and whatever needs to be done, right?
I was with Jerry Ryman. We're doing his windows today. And I was out getting a permit yesterday for him, and I accompanied him over to the HOA office, and then went across the street and got a permit for him to do windows. And so it's really a tag team. Val is dealing with the homeowners, and sometimes he gets permits, sometimes I do, but we take care of all of the items for the customer, and so they don't have to go to see 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, and
That's important.
is a huge help.
Yeah,
definitely.
it's huge.
Just with the permits alone, right, Val?
Yeah, with the permits alone, it is because the system has changed over the years, and a lot of the homeowners don't know the system itself. And it's very difficult for even some contractors to know. Since we've done a lot of work in the area, we're very familiar with the system, even the upcoming system. So we can actually take it from beginning to end with them. And this is a real relief to them as well. The hours alone spent and the time spent with just the inspectors, take up a full day and many hours. So we take that upon ourselves to deal with the permits. We deal with the inspectors. We go back on corrections. So we spend all the time where the homeowner doesn't. They can go on with their life, in their daily chores or their daily duties, which really relieves them a lot of pressure because it gets very confusing at times.
Oh, it does. Yeah, definitely.
And the fact both of us are working here in the area, we have a lot of personal contact with the customer. And that's really important because they don't want to feel left alone.
Right.
And they walk into their house, it's halfway done. They like to have some connection. Val is fantastic at communication with the customers and making sure that they know, hey, this is the process that's going to be happening and when it's going to happen. And so we're just trying to make everybody feel comfortable.
And again, the communication part is probably the most important. And as I've told John before, when we had something done at our place, I wish I knew you guys back then, it got done fine, everything looks great, but the lack of communication, and you're like, why wasn't this done today when we were told it was going to be done? Maybe there was a real reason for it, but nobody communicated that to us.
And that's very true too. And a lot of times the homeowners now, especially in Lees Road, they're pretty updated in communications. You can text them, you can email them. So if you're responding to them in a timely manner, it's handled really well. The other thing is that once the contractor, like Republic, we know the system per se, so we actually talk to them before we even start the job. We give them step-by-step directions, what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and we do tell them that there may be some variations in those steps, but at least they're prepared, so nothing's a surprise to them. And that's very important because the surprises to a homeowner is really kind of shaky.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't like that. And one of the things, it's beautiful, the combination of doing the windows and moving into the renovation area, remodeling, is people want to understand what's going to be happening. And then, for example, I was at a house yesterday, a lady, we didn't get the roof finished on Friday. It's because we ran out of material, and they were supposed to be there Monday, but the supplier didn't have the particular material. I was there on Monday, explained it to her, and she said, "Oh, okay, fine." So Tuesday. So I think if you keep up with a customer and make sure that they know what's happening, they feel very comfortable with that.
Exactly. And some of the things you do, we've seen bathrooms and kitchens and all like that. Now, there's a lot of decisions that need to be made. Those 2 areas of the house, probably more decisions than anything
Kitchens
else.
And bathrooms, you bet.
Because you're not only dealing with what kind of flooring you want, you're now dealing with tile in the kitchen, the countertops, the backsplashes, the numerous kinds of cabinets. It can get daunting.
Yes,
and that's correct too. And part of our service that we have is that we provide them with a design service, which is myself. We take them to stores, we take them, bring materials to them. We give them options, you know, right on hand, so it would not be flooring, would not be cabinets. And then we're looking at the property. We want to get to know how they are, how they work around their house, how their activity is.
Right.
And that's how we'll design their kitchen around them, given the space that we have to work with, and also their needs. So they're really getting a custom-made kitchen, specifically for their abilities and their likes.
Right.
And this works out really well. And one of the really good things just recently, we are bringing in flooring ourselves. We have a laminate now, which I haven't even had a chance to talk to John about, but we're bringing them directly, and the offering of savings that we're going to be able to give to the homeowner is going to be tremendous. And this way we're cutting out not only a middleman, but we're almost giving the material direct to them.
That's
and this
great.
is a really good benefit.
And it's exciting to see, to take an old kitchen and make it brand new, old bathrooms, make it brand new. It's really exciting, and people really enjoy it.
And what's nice, you know, you mentioned the word abilities. Big word here in this community, because people have different needs and they have different abilities, and that's something that you can help go through and customize for.
We'll
right?
design to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that means in hardware too. Like, let's just take for an example that an individual has difficulty with their hands. And so opening drawers and opening doors may be difficult. So sometimes they need the ease of operation, something easy so they can. The materials that we use, the hardware that we have are top notch. They're Blum slides, they're all metal slides, they're not plastic. You know, so within the cabinet system itself, you're looking at a very well
That's a big
precision
deal.
perform mechanism, and they're self-closing, and they're very easy. And these are one of the things that we looked at, because my mom, she had rheumatoid arthritis, and one of the things that was very difficult for her was to open up drawers and doors and knobs and things of that nature, and I watched her struggle through it. Not everybody has that disability, however,
Right.
you have to keep that in mind that it is a limitation. So we start taking steps to find materials, hardware, mechanisms that really were easy for use, no maintenance, and well performing for individuals that had limitations, or people that just wanted the ease of operation.
Yeah.
And you know, one other thing,
Very
the
important.
pictures that we're showing here this morning, those are all things that we've done just recently in the last
Yeah, it's
maybe
beautiful
six or
work.
8 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about the future, because people are starting to feed on itself, and it's really exciting to be to have the opportunity to work here in this community, but in other places also.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously you do windows, but you do a lot more. You'll, you know, bathrooms and kitchens and
Entire renovations.
Yeah.
We're redesigning kitchens and taking out walls and doing all sorts of really very interesting things.
Yeah.
Redesigning some of the units.
And we're taking the steps towards energy efficiency too,
Right.
you know, which is a very critical issue right now, especially with the rising cost of energy.
yes.
So a lot of the properties are built older, they're built in the 60s, and they're built by several different contractors
Right,
over the years.
exactly.
So all the infrastructure of the construction is different from one model to the next model, depending on when it was built. And what we found out is that a lot of the properties don't have the proper insulation. So we try to look at things like insulation. We look at things
Right.
like windows. We look at things like, you know, overall the doors. Anything that's got a level of energy, lighting, LED lighting, anything that will lower the cost of a condition that is
That's-
uncontrollable, like
Right.
the energy rises,
Yeah.
costs that are rising today.
That's a big benefit
It is.
to them, and I think if you have one source to go to, we're concentrating on those items, and with a customer service base like we have, I think it's a real benefit to your
Definitely.
your-
Now,
your
I want to
occupants.
say the website is still, they can still go to lagunawoodswindows.com.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm not going to change anything.
Yeah.
We're just I wanted to make fun
And
of
they do-
a little
they
bit
do
of fun. We're
windows.
having the renovator, you know, the renovators are on. You know,
Exactly.
But I think it's important that they identify us as people that want to help them in the
Yeah,
entire unit.
exactly.
Yeah, we do windows, but we're so much more than windows and doors. So, yeah,
Fantastic.
we're excited.
Their number is 949-462-9190. John and Val will help you out. Fantastic work, as you can see by the photos, and I've known these guys for a while now, and good people.
And they still have Republic Bucks. They still get a $200 discount. So
All
it's,
right.
it's on the website.
Fantastic.
All right. Hey, thanks a
We'll
lot.
see you again. Val, take care.
Thank you very much.
And I have to mention, the guy looks so much like my brother. It's amazing. So there you go.
Have fun.
All right. We'll see you. We'll be back in a moment.